going to build a house, right? So what will be your plans? Directly you will get the cement bricks and you will start building, or you will be going by level by level?
Level by level.
Level by level.
Yes, so we will be going level by level. So that is called, so the word itself gives a self-explanatory, it is a unit level. So first unit, we will be like keeping the basement. Second unit, we will be like going with the bricks or cements and building one portion first, like kitchen or whatever is. Then second level, we will go to the first floor. Okay, and so on. Before going to the first floor, okay, we will check whether the ground floor is stable or not. Am I right? Or just we will go on building first, second, third?
No, we'll check the ground.
We need to check.
Yes.
We will
So
check
we
the
will
ground floor first.
exactly. So we will check the ground floor. Okay. The same way when coming to unit level of testing, if we are building an application, if we are developing one application. For example, I will take this orange HRM. Okay. Let's say this is my application. Okay. Now in this I want to take the login, so I will go here. Now, when I'm building the login page or when I am developing the login page, what are the things I may consider here? Do you have any idea?
Login
What
page
are all
and
things?
password.
Username,
Username and password
username
and
and password.
login. And
And we have to check
Yes,
the characters, how many number of characters.
yes. Now, the basic functionality of this login page is that this should not be the blocker for me. Okay, whenever I create a username and password, if I enter the correct username and password, and if I click on the login button, it should let me in and it should take me to the next home page. Okay, so for this, is testing important? Do we have to test it, or directly we can just develop and we can give only the positive results and we can go, we can simply go on?
We have to test. We
testing
have to
is
test. Testing is
the
required.
password login page correct or not, and based on report we
Exactly,
can put the home page or not.
exactly. There may be some scenarios like, even though if you write this correct email or password, due to some typo errors or due to some case sensitive, there may be a chance of failing, right? At that time, as a user, what we will say, this application is not working properly. He will never check. User will never check anything. He will just type. He may not also know what is happening exactly. Okay, so before that, we have to check. And if it is not working, we have to give some error message. Like, for example, if I'm giving here, and if I'm trying to log in, so see, okay, this is a part of testing, unit testing. Right now, who will do the unit testing?
Developers.
Developers.
Why developer will do the unit testing? Why not QA will enter into and do the unit testing?
Like we know in
He
the
have
unit
the knowledge
testing
on
will
internal structure of
Who
the
are having code knowledge, internal
In
structure
the
knowledge, they will be.
initial stage only, if we unable to log in, if we get any error means, how could we check other functionalities? So that's why developers will check in the beginning. I think so.
Yeah. So more than the QA, before giving the KT to the QA, the developer will have a full-fledged knowledge of the application. Okay, so the basic functionalities, it should work fine. This is the important, sensitive, and more high priority functionality. If this is not working, then definitely it is a blocker for the user. So that is why the developer will make sure whether this is working fine or not, because he is assigned or he is called as white box tester. Okay, so here a terminology comes, the methodologies. Testing methodologies, we have white box testing, black box, and gray box. Okay, so the developer is having the coding knowledge, he can test it, and if he finds any error, he can fix him by himself. So that is white box testing. The one who has the coding knowledge and internal coding knowledge and good this thing of application. Okay, so that will be the white box testers. So developer will do this unit testing. Okay, now Who is called the black box testers? Who are the black box
QA,
testers?
QA and testing
Quality
team.
controller.
without technical knowledge.
Without,
Right. Now,
Without coding knowledge,
without having
we do
any
a test.
internal coding knowledge.
okay. As a QA tester, if someone gives me the application and someone give me the use case, like go and check the login button, whether it is working fine or not with the test data. Okay, what is test data?
The input you give, for example, username, you enter something.
Yes. So there will be some documentations where I will be receiving the test data like username and password. So I will keep that username and password and I will check the expected and output, actual output, correct? So what is expected and what is actual? What is expected output and actual output?
Expected means it is according to the requirements or not. Is if it is there,
Based on requirements.
Okay, so based on requirements, it is expected. And what is actual?
Actual
What
that
the
is
exact
What we get is the actual requirement.
What
Expected
we are
is if we
giving
enter
matches.
the
is the actual.
expected
Okay,
is
so
if
this
we
will be
enter the
like
correct
more
username and
understandable.
password,
Mm.
we need to go to home page.
So this will be more clearly when you start writing the manual test cases. Okay, expected and actual, how we have to write and how we will be using the tenses, past or present. Okay, so whatever we see as of now will be the actual, correct? So now I'm entering the admin and password and I have entered to this page. So this is my actual result. This test case should pass, right? So this will be done by the QA and I will not care about any internal coding. Whatever test data I'm getting from the documents, I will test it and my expected and actual outcome is this orange, home page. If this is done, I will mark the test case as pass. If I am not getting anything, I will mark the test case as fail. Fine. So this is black box testing. No need to have any internal knowledge. Just we will take that copy and we will match the expected and uh, actual results. Fine. So this is all done with the black box testing. Now what is we have another third one, gray box testing. So what is that gray box testing? Who are the gray
It
box
is a
testers?
The
it's
combination.
a
combination of white box
testers.
and black box.
Okay,
It's a
when we have
combination of white
gray
box.
box testers, why we are in need of white box testers and black box testers? We can work only with the gray box testers, right? They have both the knowledges. They have the coding knowledge as well as they have the black box knowledge. Why we are in need of two things rather than having one gray box testers only? Why can't we go only for gray box testers in the market?
In maintenance
Code
phase, gray box testers
have
will work
basic.
well.
Sorry.
Because requirement differs, no ma'am.
See, whenever someone gives you an application, all the KTs will be given. You should have a good knowledge of the application. Then only we can move forward and test it, right? So gray box is involved, as you all are saying, that they are having both the knowledges. They are having the coding knowledge as well as they are having the without coding also they can do it. Okay, whatever the developer or QAs have, that the gray box, a combination of white and black, you are saying. So why we are in need of other two peoples when we have one?
I think after deploying the application, if we get any maintenance issues, in that case, gray box testers will work. Not need of full knowledge of technical, like
Sometimes when developers are not available, they will do the testing to develop the uh, white box testing and black box testing also.
See, in gray box testing, they will not have as much as exposure as the developer has. Okay, they will have the minimum coding knowledge. They will have, like, for example, they can understand the flow chart from where it is working. Login, it is going to this homepage. From homepage, if you click on admin, it is so only the basic knowledge, basic coding knowledge they will have. Deep entire internal deeply they will not have the knowledge. The gray box testers will not have much knowledge as a developer is having. Okay, the same way, black box. Okay, they can do the black box testing as well. In, for example, if as say for a situation when someone is absent or some kind of situation arises. So at that time, they can manage the black box also. So that is why it is called gray box testers. And we are in need of these three testers thoroughly. Okay, so this is the difference between testing methodologies are these three. Any doubts in this?
Aarti, when we will need gray box testers means like at what phase we need gray box testers in testing?
See, gray box testers will enter with this unit level as well as with the integration level, module levels, QA as well as at the staging of QA. Okay, so gray box will be present at starting itself. Whenever we like a DevOps, you might have heard about DevOps. So they will support both the teams. They will support the development team as well as they will support the QA team. The same way this white box, sorry, what is it? Gray box will act as.
Okay, thank you.
Saujanya, do you want to add some pointers over here, Saujanya? She's not. Okay. Right. So like the DevOps team, we are having this gray box testers also. They will be knowing the application internal minimum coding knowledge as well as this is all about the theory. In practical, they might have, of course, they might have more knowledge of like equivalent to the developers. But in general, this is the theoretical answer. Okay. Now, so first we have done with unit level of testing. So now we have built this login page and now we are moving ahead. Okay. As a part of this thing, 1 second. Okay, as a part of this thing, now for example, the developer has developed this admin page and PIM page, PIM page. Okay, these two pages the developer has developed. And now we are going ahead with the module level of testing. Okay, so what is this module level of testing? Can anyone say? Can anyone have a guess?
Group of units.
Like a feature.
We can call
It's like a
module
feature.
test.
All features
Testing.
come under the in a module.
Combination
Only
of unit.
particular module will be
Group
tested
of units. Unit testing we can
at the
call
high level.
module test.
We'll check the data flow from one unit to another unit.
Testing each component and combining together.
Yes. Now, see, we're having so many modules, right? In this so many modules, we have to do a lot of testing. Like whether the username is correct or not, it is accepting the username, it is accepting what to say, this employee name, search button, reset button, add button. So each and every elements we have to test it. Okay, coming to the PIM module, we have to test these each and everything. Now, for example, I'm coming from admin to I'm going to PIM. Okay, it is exactly taking me to these modules. Correct? So this is like checking module by module. And first I will go with the admin module. I will check all the functionalities are working fine or not. I will not combine checking with this PIM level time. No, I will not check everything at once. I will go by module. So first I will be like, for example, to verify the functionality of admin module, to verify the functionality of PIM module. Okay, so breaking the task, breaking this full modules into smaller groups. Okay, groups like in smaller groups and testing those units or testing those groups is called module level of testing. Okay, for example, now as I have said, if I take this admin page, I will not only check this admin. Okay, I'm able to go to the admin. Fine, so my testing is done. No, I will go deep inside. I will go to user management. So these will be like the functionalities of this admin or sub modules of this admin. Whether user management is working properly or not. If I click this user management, I should go with user. If I click user, what is the next page? So these all I have to check one by one. Here we are having two more buttons, action and delete and edit. If I click on edit, what will happen? It should take me to this page. If I click on cancel, it should take me back to this page. So each and every thing I have to check in the module level of testing. Then going ahead, so in this itself, we find a number of functionalities and number of web elements. We should not miss any of the web elements while testing. Here we have negative testings, positive, and okay, that will be like next thing. So coming to the basic module level of testing. So these are the modules which we have: admin, PIM, leads, time. So testing unit by unit, group of group of modules. We are testing a group of modules. Okay, a group of units. Testing group of units is called module level of testing. Okay, so each and every module add, these are the we can consider as the functionalities or buttons which we are having in this particular page. Add, reset, search. So these all are present under admin module. To be more clear, suppose you're having your same Gmail account. If you want to check the inbox, okay, so what are all the things you will consider in checking the inbox? You will check the two, whether it is correctly accepting the email IDs or not. You will check the CC, carbon copy. You will check the BCC. Okay, then you will check what? You will check some that if are you able to upload the files or not? Are you able to write the text message or not? So these are all the what module level of testing for inbox. Okay, are you getting my point? What I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are all the module levels of testing. These all things we should consider in module levels of testing. Okay, fine. Now we have the developer has done the unit level of testing. Now module level is the QA are starting the module level of testing where the gray box also will be involved. Okay, if they are in need of that. Now coming to the third layer of third level of testing, which is what is the third level of testing?
Integration testing.
Integration level.
Integration level of
Integration
testing.
testing.
Okay, so by this time you might have known what is integration level of testing.
Yes. Group of module testing.
Yeah,
We can
integrating all the
Integrating
modules.
of one
modules.
module to other
Okay.
module.
Checking the
Yes.
flow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
checking the flow
Exactly.
between the modules.
Integrating sub-modules into one.
There is a three types and top and bottom to top, and Big Bang theory integration.
Exactly. Now, as we have developed the login page. It is taking me to the what to say home page. If I'm clicking on admin, it is taking me to the admin page. If I click on PIM page, it is taking me to this PIM page. If I click on level, it is taking me to the level page. Now see how the integration is. Okay, the integration should happen wherever I click, it should take me to that particular page. So because of developing this module, it should there should be no effect of on this module. If I'm trying to click, it should take me. If it is not taking me, means the integration testing is failed here. Correct? The same way here. For example, admin. If I'm clicking on add, okay, it should take me to this add user page. If it is not taking me to this add user page, means something has gone wrong with the level of testing, integration level of testing. There is no integration. Even if you develop the third module, leave. Okay, these two modules should work as expected. Okay, so here one more types of testing we used to like suppose. Okay, I'll ask you. Now I'm checking this search button. Okay, I'm checking this search button and I am like trying to do something. So what type of testing we may call this? What I'm doing exactly with this reset button or search button? What I'm trying to do? What I'm trying to test?
We are checking the how the flow is
No,
Functional
flow is
test.
like
Functionality.
a function.
yes,
I mean how it is
functionality.
working.
Component level testing.
Yes, but we will call it, we have two types, right? Functional, what is that? A functional testing and non-functional testing. Okay, so when we are entering into this integration or this some functionality which we are checking, then that is called functionality testing, functional testing. Okay, I'm checking the functionality of reset button. I'm checking the functionality of search button. I'm checking the functionality of admin module. I'm checking the functionality of leave module. So these all comes under the functionality, functional testing. Okay, we are for a particular web element. These are all web elements. So for a particular web elements, we are checking how it is behaving. Okay, so these are the types of testing we are having. Okay, functional testing and non-functional testing. So as we are talking about the integration module, now we are having the connection between this admin page, admin module as well as PIM module, as we have in the Gmail. Very regular example, Gmail. We will be having a combination of like I develop the inbox, I develop the compose, I develop the trash. So when I compose a mail and when I send the mail, where it should appear.
In sent mails.
Yeah, if I go and click on the
Send
sent
box.
mail, the mail should be there. So this is the integration. This is the connection which I'm checking. Okay. This is not an end-to-end flow. Okay. Till now, we have not done any end-to-end flow. Now, coming back to this, suppose I am deleting that mail from the sent mail. Okay. Where should I receive that deleted messages? Deleted mails.
Inbox,
Sorry. Inbox.
In
uh,
In
trash.
inbox,
spam.
we get the
In,
Trash
deleted.
in,
or green.
trash
Yes.
is there in deleted
In the
mobiles.
trash.
Correct. So this is the integration we are checking. If I am composing a mail, okay, if I'm sending it, it should up in the send mail. If I don't want the mail, if I'm deleting it, it should go to the it should go to the trash. So these are all the level. So at the starting itself, we will not develop all these modules. First, we will develop the inbox. Then we will develop the compose mail. First we'll develop the compose mail. Then we will develop the inbox. We will check once we write the mail and then we will send it. Or else we can keep it as first we will develop the compose mail and send mail. Uh, yeah, send mail. Okay, so if I send the mail, that should appear in the sent mail. If I delete the mail, then third model I'm developing. This is delete or trash. So we are checking the integration between these three modules, compose, send, and trash. Now, okay, these three are working fine. Now developer is including the fourth module, which is called it as draft. In case I want to draft my mail and I want to use them tomorrow. So that that module is important. The developer feels as per the requirement. Okay, so he's developing the fourth one. Now again, we will just check the fourth module, or we will do from the first in integration level of testing. What we will do? Is it enough if I check the fourth one?
No, we have to check the.
Yes. So we have to check the flow between these four, whether it is working properly or not. So this is like integration level of testing. See, now it might be very much easy. Okay, this and all we know what is there in this. But once you go forward with many things, there are a high chance of forgetting these things. The deep interior things we will forget. For saying levels of testing, we will say the types of testing. Like, okay, names are same, unit testing, integration testing. The name are same. What is there harm in that? No. It is looking very easy, but when you go for an interview or when you when after completing manual testing, we will be starting with Java and all those things. At that time, you will know the essence of these levels of testing. So that is why just have a good example, a recall good example in your handy, like these modules we have, admin, PIM. So modules testing is nothing but a group of units. First, admin unit is developed, then login is developed, then admin is developed, PIM is developed. These are the units by units. Now we are going to have the module level of testing. Then we are going to combine all those things. That is called integration level of testing. Okay, then further testings we will be moving on to it. So this is like very important. Fine. So this is the integration level of testing. Any doubts in this?
No, ma'am.
No.
Not.
Okay, now we will. Okay, here I like to introduce four new terminologies. Okay, just try to show here. I'm sorry, I'm very bad in drawing, so I'm not using any drawing. So as we said, we have two types of testing, that is functional and non-functional. Okay, functional and non-functional. In functional, we have seen checking the functionalities, all those things we have seen. Now, I would like to introduce four new terms like which we called it as types of testing again. Okay, in functional, we have smoke, regression. Then what else we have? Smoke and regression. Okay, we will see these two things first. Smoke and regression. Okay, smoke and regression testing. I will include one more thing for, okay, this one more. Sanity also I will include as of now. Okay, so these three will come under functionality, functional testing. So this is very, very important and what to say, a famous interview questions. You might have seen many videos where they will be asking, keep on asking these two when you go for manual level of testing, because this looks very easy, but it is very important. Fine. Do anyone has idea with this smoke, regression, and sanity?
So smoke testing is a build verification testing. The build is correctly, properly installed, properly working or not. And sanity testing is we don't have any too much time to release the product, and we do a sanity testing. And regression testing, it means to test the software. Any changes in software to the changes will not affect the remaining features, like called a regression testing.
Actually, smoke test is actually for we're making sure the application is ready for testing. So it's an entry level test. Whether we can start before starting the application testing, we are making sure the application is ready.
Okay, can anyone
Smoke
say what is
testing
the
is like
hierarchy of
checking the major functionality of application. Sanity is like basic testing.
sanity is like base testing. Okay, then what about smoke testing? Someone said that smoke is also like something around base testing, right?
Build verification testing. Right?
Build
It's a
verification testing.
Okay, what is the difference between BVT and smoke?
It's like build verification
Smoke
testing
test means like the developers.
before the test, the
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you properly.
Smoke test means if the developers send the
Will
code
check
like
the build table or not in store.
Who
Smoke
will do
test.
the smoke testing? The developers will do the smoke testing, or the QA
no,
to QA team will do the smoke?
QA only do the smoke testing.
QA only will do the sanity and
developer
smoke
and
testings.
developer and testing.
Smoke and
Sanity testing will be done on stable build. Smoke testing is a basic or first testing that we have to perform whenever we get a new build.
Okay, can anyone say what is the hierarchy of testing?
So it is according to the build requirement, properly working or not, according to the requirement.
Okay, everyone, you should know the hierarchy of testing. Okay, just have a glance of hierarchy of testing. What it will be. If I say now, it will be like spoon feeding. So you can have a glance of what is the hierarchy of testing. Okay, so I'll just continue with this term now. These three now, functional, which we have smoke, regression, and sanity. Okay, smoke. So before smoke, we have BVT. Okay, then only we will be going with the smoke testing. I have given you a idea. Now, smoke is not, then you can let me know what is the difference between BVT and smoke. Okay. Now, smoke is nothing but, for example, I'm just signing out here. Okay, now the application is in my hand. Okay, the developer is giving me the build now. Okay, as a QA tester, what I should do? Now the application, let's say that you are having the application in your hand now. Okay, he has given this open source demo to you as a QA tester. First, what you will do? What type of testing you will perform?
You should able to log
Smoke
into the
test.
application first.
Do smoke test.
Only login?
No, we should check
Pause.
whether we will be able to access the build or not.
Positive testing and negative testing also.
Yes. We should see whether we are able to access the application or not. Secondly, we will be first doing happy path testing. Happy testing. Okay. with the positive test. With this positive admin and admin 123, if I enter this, if I click on login, it should take me to the home page. So this is the critical and basic functionality or the base functionality of the application. Whatever we take, whenever we do, it should not be the blocker for the user. Even if the username and password is correct, sometimes it may be like blocking you. You unknowingly you might have done some mistake in the password or something you might have changed the password and you have forgotten that, and you will be like going with that previous password only. At that time we should go with the we should give the intimation to the message that the password is wrong, forget your password, you can use it. So these are the happy testings which we do, which is called the smoke testing. Testing the basic and critical. These are the critical. If the critical means it should not be the blockers for the user. If it is a blocker, then definitely it is a high priority, high severity, and blocker. So that is called smoke testing. Testing very basic functionality of an application is called smoke testing. Okay, now, for example, even I'm giving you now, for example, okay, we have done the smoke testing build. We received the first build from the developer. We have tested it. And what we found is, as a QA tester, what I found is, even if I enter this admin in a small a, okay, like this, and this admin as admin123 password, and if I click on the login button, it is taking me to the home page. Now, what is this?
It is a bug.
Okay, it is a bug. Fine. Nice. So we found that it is a bug. This should not happen. And now you're reporting to the developer. Okay, and developer, we are giving in some kind of tools like we have this what to say Jira tool, and all that you will be learning in upcoming stage. So you have posted everything in the Jira, and you have given the bug to the developer. Now developer is fixing all those BLC phases are when developer is fixing, and he or she is giving the build back to you for the second time. For the second time, you're receiving the build. At this stage, what type of testing you will perform?
Sanity test.
Why sanity? Why not regression?
Regression testing.
Regression testing only we will have.
Okay, who said
Regression
sanity?
checking, we will check the impacted functionality also. In sanity, we will
Retesting and
do like
regression.
ensure that the system is stable after doing the changes.
Okay, who said sanity?
It's me.
Okay, why Shri? Why not regression?
Because our regression testing comes not like in this stage, I think so. No, not like that. I'm not getting. I thought it is after smoke testing. We will do again the test. That testing we can call
The answer was right. We will do sanity testing. So whenever a bug is fixed, okay, when it is coming back to us, we will do sanity. Yes, it is an relation of what to say regression.
After bug fixing and the build release right from the bug fixer, then the application is same like before or not the functionality. That one we will check through the sanity test.
Okay, now the answer was right. We will be going for sanity testing. Okay, because smoke testing we have done. We have tested the basic functionality. It is accepting the inputs, but the problem is, even if I'm giving this case sensitive, it is accepting. The bugs is fixed. We are going for sanity testing. Why we are not calling or why we are not saying that we will not go for regression testing is regression testing. I'll just add one.
It is part of regression testing, sanity testing.
But you should define me why it is a part of regression testing.
Regression testing means we do total part again. That's why we use sanity means where is we get bug means only we'll do there only. That's why we're doing sanity testing. If total app will do means it's regression testing, but we do in a dashboard or admin part. This is a sanity testing. That is.
See, Regression testing we do when we add a new module. Okay, for example, I have created this admin and PIM. Now, tomorrow I'm adding this leave module. Because of adding this leave module, it should not affect the functionality of these two modules, right? If I'm like developing on, I'm clicking on leave, and if I go back and development and on PIM, and if I perform some operations over here, it should act as per expected as previous. Because of this, if the add button is not working, or because of this, if I'm not able to move on this PIM button, then that is a failed one, failed test case one. Okay. At the time my test case is failing, it is a bug. When it is expecting working as expected, then fine. So adding a new module, when we add a new module and because of that new module, other functionalities should not affect, that is called regression testing. But in the previous example, what we have done? We have clicked on the login button, this username, password, we found a bug, we reported to the developer, he or she has fixed it, given back to us. Again, we are checking whether it is working fine or not. So that is sanity. We have not added any new modules here. For say, if I'm adding the forget your password as a new module, at the time we can do it the regression testing. But in this case, we have not added any new modules. Whatever is there, it is there. When I received the build for the first time, I had this forget your password, I had this orange HRM link, I had the login, everything. So if someone asks why you won't go for regression and why you're going for sanity, this is the thing. We have not added any new modules over here. Okay, just we are checking whatever is previously happened, it is working fine or not. That's it. So that is why we used to see sanity is an second. Sorry. Yeah, so that is why we used to say sanity. Sanity is a relation or brother or sister of regression testing, but not exactly. Because why we are saying is we are checking it again, checking the functionality again, because after the bugs is fixed, is it affecting again this module, this functionality? We are checking that. So that is the reason. But we have not added, this is the key difference. We have not added any new module and we are not going for regression. We are going for sanity. Okay. Any doubts in this?
Yeah. Hi, Jaujanya. So as you told, like we'll be doing sanity testing after we found the after we getting like from the like updated
Build from the development.
Yes, right. Like let us say we have found some bug in regression testing. Okay, we'll be getting another build from developer right after fixing that. So what that would be called? Like again, it would be called as sanity testing.
No. That you have to tell me. Okay, keep this question with you. We will discuss on Monday. Okay. Because see, these all things like that, this will be a real-time questions for the interview. So you should analyze it and you should, it's easy for me to give the answers. Okay, but what will happen is we will not be able to think like this new types of questions. Okay, suppose if your regression testing is done and you're receiving a bug in that, after fixing the bug, if it again the build is coming back to us, what type of testing you will perform?
I think retesting.
Regression.
No, not regression. I think so.
Okay, if retesting means
retesting,
how will you perform?
Right.
Yeah, retesting we have not yet going.
Bug fixed or not?
Yes.
Okay. So again, you will perform regression testing only. Because of the bug fixing, is the other models affected or not? Am I right? Okay, when you will do retesting?
Retesting and regression testing also, right, Aarti? Whenever like they will send again new build.
Yes. Retesting and regression testing we will do, but that is a scenario where we will do the regression testing and where we will do the retesting. Again, it is like broken into two. Scenarios based, we have to choose our testing. Okay, so retesting and regression testing will look alike, but again, there is a difference between both of them. When we will go for retesting, when we'll go for this. Can be on the whole, we will say, okay, we will go for regression testing, but when we will do what? And who is responsible? One second. Sorry. Okay, so this retesting and regression testing, you just know the differences when we will do retest and when we will do for this regression. Okay, now who will perform all these things? Whether the developer will perform or who's responsible for doing all these types of testing? The smoke, regression, and other things.
Testing teams.
So,
Testing
so
team.
rather than saying testing team, we can say it as QA team.
QA team.
So QA team is responsible for all these types of functional testing and non-functional as well. But as we are going for functional, I'm saying that functional testing. Okay, now coming to, okay, now we have like done module level of testing. We have done this this testing, and now just trying to log in. Okay, now I have developed all this set. Admin, PIM, level, time, recruitment, everything I have developed. Okay. Now I want to perform an end-to-end testing. Like I want to go to the login. I want to go to the admin. I want to add this. I want to add all the details. I want to give finish and I want to log out. So can this be called it as integration testing as well as end-to-end testing, or it is no, it is not an integration testing. We will be saying only it is an end-to-end testing.
End-to-end testing.
End-to-end testing.
Why not integration testing?
Integration testing means all
end-to-end testing, we will
communicate
test
with each other.
No, see, integration level.
Means all model communicate.
In end-to-end testing, we will test a complete entire flow of the application.
Yes, but again, it is integrated, right? I'm integrating here, right? Admin, I'm going. Again, this add is coming here. Again, one logout is a module which is integrated with this admin. I'm going with the logout, or I can go for change password. So these all can be considered as a modules of this profile or submodules of this profile. So each and everything is interlinked or integrated.
I assume like
so integrate end-to-end testing is also a part of integration
yes
test.
Yes, so it is like I have said, it is not an end-to-end testing at the beginning, but I forgot. Okay, so integration testing can also be like an end-to-end testing, integrating. So if we leave in between, fine, that is integration testing. But if I start a flow from one, that is from the login till logout, then that is called one end-to-end flow. Whatever module you can take. But somewhere this integration is also interlinked. Okay, for example, if this logout is not working, okay, then I'm integrating, like, right? I'm just checking the logout also, but it is not working. So I should raise a bug. I should inform the developer it is not working because I was performing end-to-end testing where I found a bug in logout module while doing my integration level of testing or integration testing. Okay, so this is another, like, integration is also a end-to-end testing because I'm combining all the modules into a group and testing. One second, just one second. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, so we have completed 3 levels of testing, right? So what are they?
Unit level,
testing,
module level,
Unit level testing,
Integration
module
testing.
level testing,
integration level testing.
And what are the types of testing methodologies we have?
White box,
Black
black box,
White box,
White box,
Gray
black
box.
box, gray box.
Black box, gray box.
Okay. And who is responsible for doing this unit level of testing?
Developers.
Whose responsibility?
developers,
Development.
developers.
And there's other two which we have seen. Who is responsible for those 2 levels of testing?
Flag box
Gray
testing
box.
is responsible for QA, and
QA.
gray
See,
box
And
is
gray box
like
is
responsible for
yes.
DevOps team or like a developer in unit level or integration level.
Yes, rather than saying this, we can use it as a QA team. QA team is responsible. Okay. Because it is the whole like sole responsibilities of QA team to perform these types of testing. Now, we have one more thing like system level of testing, right? What is the 4th level we see?
System level of
system level.
Okay, so we have seen all these levels. Now, anyone can let me know what is system level of testing?
Testing the whole application is called a system level of testing. Under the system level of testing, we do a performance testing like security testing and compatibility testing is called a
See,
system.
security and other will come with NFT, non-functionality testing. Okay, because over there,
according to the software requirement.
According to the system level of testing, we do end to whole application on different platforms.
yeah, exactly. So the word itself implies it is system. Yes, please. Any other answers?
We are doing compatibility testing.
application interaction and integration between the 2 or more systems.
Whether it meets the requirements or not. For
You
that,
will
system
check the
testing can be done.
application. You will check the application different browser and different windows. Entire application.
Okay. Can we perform this in between of this integration or module level testing, or we should perform at the last only? While checking itself,
At
we
the
can do it,
last only,
right?
we will perform the system testing after completion of integration level testing.
Okay.
will
Why
do
not in
system.
different browsers we
Unit
can check
testing
these
and the
applications
integrations.
in between?
They are not fully tested.
It
become a
Will
Can I again, ma'am? I'm not
last
hearing.
we will check.
See, as you said, that is right. System level testing. We will once the full application is ready. Okay, we will be what to say? We will be testing it in different machines. Like we will be testing it in Windows, this thing OS, Windows 8, 9, 10, or Linux or Unix or whatever we are having. Okay, but why can't we do this in between? Is it necessary to check when full application is developed and then only we have to go it to the system level, or we can do it in between also?
No, after completion.
Before
After finishing
pre-production environment, ma'am, we test the
Yes.
system level of testing.
Okay, think this and let me know. Why can't we do the system level? Why it is taken as the top last level? Like we have unit and then module and integration or component levels. Then we have
No,
what to say?
by the time the application is overall ready, no bugs, nothing. Then we will go for the different browser testing. Then only after confirmation only we will do that.
You're giving the answers, but the answers are like not that confident.
Yes.
Okay, so whenever because manual is like always we have to speak and speak. Nothing is to write and show except the test cases. So whenever it's like a theory thing, manual is like a theory thing. So whenever you say, the statements should be very clear. at one shot, the statements should be understandable. Okay, so in that way, you have to practice for this manual level of, sorry, not manual testing. Actually, in integration, we have two more approaches. We have three approaches in integration. Like we have top down, bottom up, and sandwich testing, something like that. We missed that actually.
Big Bang approach.
Big Bang approach. We have drivers, we have stubs, and all those things.
Yes.
Okay, so so those all things should be like we missed actually in this integration level of testing. No issues. Just 1 second. Saujanya, are you there, Saujanya?
Yeah, I'm here.
Saujanya, can we take this testing approaches top down, bottom up, or how, Saujanya?
Shall we take it up in the next session, Aarti?
Sure, Saujanya, because I was not able to cover this
No problem.
pyramids
We'll take it
also.
up.
Is that fine? Okay, okay. Okay, then.